Hey guys, we're going to do some more of these arc length problems just to be a little more challenging, that's all. Just a little more math involved. Um, Again, remember arc length is just part of a circumference. Remember circumference is all the way around a circle, so arc length is part of that. And then remember circumference is 2 pi r, so what we're doing is we're changing 2 pi to some radian amount depending on the angle I give you. Now, hopefully you can see, I know this is kind of small numbers, that's 195 degrees. 195 degrees, I'm going around this outside part of the circle, this arc, and my radius is 4 centimeters. So remember what we're doing. We're going to take 195 over 1, whatever the angle is, times pi over 180. Okay? Now remember, on the last video, everything had a zero, so we were able to cross off zeros. It was kind of easy. I didn't give you zero. So on today's stuff, you're not going to have a zero. But guys, remember, if a number ends in a 5 or a 0, it can be divided by 5. Okay, so remember, that's something hopefully you kind of remember from, probably late elementary school. So reducing a number is divisible. If it ends in a 5 or a 0, it can be divided by 5. So I'm going to divide by 5 on the 195 and the 180. So again, on your calculator, 195 divided by 5, 39. Okay, now remember, you don't always know if you're done yet, so I'm not going to write the answer yet. Now 180 divided by 5, okay, is 36. Which actually, that can keep 39 and 36. Now again, guys, you're going to have to try to just check some numbers on your calculator. 39 can be divided by 3, and so can 36. Okay? 39 divided by 3 is 13. Now, I will tell you, this is it. So 13 pi over 36 divided by 3, I can do this in my head, that's 12. Okay, times, so 13 pi over 12 is reduced answer, and then my radius is 4 centimeters, so times 4. Okay, and again, just like we did before, just type in your calculator, 13 times 3.14 divided by 12 times 4. So again, 13 times 3.14 divided by 12 times 4, 13.60. So 13.60, that 0 really isn't going to do anything. There's my answer. And again, this was centimeters. So again, the outside, the distance, guys, this is actually real life stuff. I mean, again, engineers would use this. The distance around the outside of this circle would be 13.6 centimeters. If this was some wheel or like a pulley that you were going to have like a belt around, and you were going to say, how far would that belt move? It's going to move 13.6 centimeters. So there's very big application to all this, okay? Now, some of you that go into pre-calc, okay, we'll do more of this stuff next year. Okay, so let's try a couple more. Okay, now my arc length right here, see that? And if you can see, that's 108, 108 degrees, okay? So 108 over 1 times, again, pi over 180, okay? Now, this is one of those where you kind of might have to do some trial and error, okay? You can type in like 108 divided by, okay? Now, we know 108 ends in an 8, 180 ends in a 0, so we know that 2 can go in. So we could try to divide by 2. Okay, 108 divided by 2 is 54. 180 divided by 2, I know that one is 90. That's 90. Okay, now what goes into 54? That also goes into 90. Now, guys, remember, if it's 90, we know it's 9 times 10. And we know, remember, 54 is 9. 9 could go into 54. So divide by 9. Divide by 9. I'm going to move sideways here because this one's actually kind of big. 54 divided by 9 is 6. And obviously, 90 divided by 9 is 10. Ooh, look at that. This one can keep going. 6 and 10 can now both be divided by 2. Okay, so again, you just keep reducing so you can't reduce anymore. 6 divided by 2 is 3 pi. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And actually, 108 degrees reduces all the way down to 3 pi over 5. Okay, and then times our radius. Our radius is 14 meters. Okay, so this could be a fencing thing or a wall. Maybe you're making kind of a circular wall. This is 14 meters. There's a lot of applications for this. But anyway, 3 times 3.14 divided by 5 times 14. So 3 times 3.14 divided by 5 times 14. Let's do it. 3 times 3.14 divided by 5 times 14 meters. Okay, 26.37. So 26.37. Again, remember, guys, we underline the 3 because it's a 7. 26.4 meters. Okay, that's the answer. 26.4 meters. There's our answer. Okay, one more. Now, again, I just made this one a little bit of a stretch. Look at this. I'm doing all the way around the circle, almost the whole circle except for this little wedge piece right here. Okay? Now, here's what's interesting. The whole wedge piece is the part that we're not finding the arc of, so it's everything else. So think about it. Around a whole circle is how much? How much is the distance around a whole circle? Remember when LeBron spins all the way around and slams it? They call that a what? A 360, right? So the whole thing is 360, but look, we're cutting off this 30 degrees. This 30 degrees is getting cut off. So actually, I got the whole circle except for 30 degrees. So 360 minus 30 is actually, this whole distance around here then is actually 330. So actually, again, this one's kind of a little extra step here, but 330, that's actually what I'm asking you to find. 330 degree arc over 1 times, again, pi over 180. Okay. Now, again, I made this one have that shortcut. Okay, cross off the zeros, right? Now, remember, 33, if it's 2 3s, can be divided by 3. Remember, 3 times 11, right? And we know that 18 can be divided by 3. So 33 divided by 3 is 11 pi. 18 divided by 3 is 6. And that is my reduced answer. Okay, and then times my radius. My radius is 19 centimeters. Okay, so we're ready to type this in. 11 times 3.14 divided by 6. Times 19. And, okay, this is a big one. 109. And that's a long way around there. 109.37. Well, that's the same as up here, which we just did that. Underline the 3 because it's a 7. 109.4. Okay, centimeters. Okay, there's our answer. Okay, so the arc length around there would be 109.4 centimeters. Okay, so again, do your best on this. I mean, I know this is kind of a challenge. Okay, let me give you a couple problems to try on your own. Okay, so those two right there. Okay, 235 is the angle on that left, the first one, for 8 centimeter radius, and then the other one is 162 degrees. and 22 meter radius. Okay, so try those two. See what you can do. Put your answers in the journal, okay? Thanks, guys. See you next time. Bye.